Well, the fifth day of Bucs training camp is in the books, and even though lots of players have been working really hard, we are talking about players that have really impressed us the most. Now, obviously, the rookies have been working hard, and so have the veterans, but Jenna, you have a rookie that you have had your eye on.
Yeah, Charles Sims, rookie out of West Virginia. You know, I think he came out of nowhere. Nobody, I don't think, had him on their radar as far as this team drafting a running back. I mean, this room was filled with running backs. You know, Bobby Rainey, Mike James, Jeff Demps, Doug Martin. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And all of a sudden, he comes in there. But the one thing I've seen about him, which, by the way, he's been lining up with mostly the second team offense, right behind Doug Martin. His hands, he's so versatile. Today, in the red zone, during red zone drills, 2 consecutive touchdowns. One, he had a nice touchdown catch, and then right away came back in and had a run right up the gut. The guy just is so versatile and does it all. So, I mean, it makes sense to me as to why this team went out and got him. And he's a smart guy, too. The fact that he also played in 2 offensive systems in college. You know, he played at Houston, wanted to, he had 1 year of eligibility remaining, decided to go over to West Virginia, played in that offense, Dana Holgerson's offense. Tremendous guy, and I think, as far as I'm concerned right now, he's the second running back on the depth chart.
For me, I have had my eye on a veteran, and that's Vincent Jackson. He did start out a little bit slow, but he did a complete 180 once the week got started. I feel like he just had to kind of dust off some rust from the weekend, and he was in pads, so we had to get used to that. But as soon as he came out here, he was himself again, and it looked like Vincent Jackson from the past couple years in Tampa. So that's been really cool to see. He's made some really awesome plays. But for me, I'm curious to see how wide receiver rookie Mike Evans does. I'm wondering if he can become a household name like Vincent Jackson has become. I know he has some time to kind of, get loosened up and figure out what his role is on the team, but I'm kind of curious to see how that all plays out for him.
Well, and too, the fact that, Vincent Jackson is used to being double teamed, and that's a role that he can always play. Mike Evans doesn't have to be that number 1 guy. He certainly, I think, has the makeup to be that number 1 receiver eventually, but because he's not getting double teamed out there, I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities early on. And so far what we've seen in practice, and we've even got tape to back it up, he's made the most of his opportunities out there. So, I know today, Mark Barron had an interception on a pass that was intended for him. So, I'm going to put that on Barron. I think that was Barron that actually, he made a good play on there, made a good read on that one. But, overall, I think he does absolutely have the ability. And I think that, between those 2 guys, then you throw in Austin Seferian-Jenkins, a guy like Tim Wright as well, opposing defenses are going to have a ton of fits with this.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of ups and downs still to come, so make sure you stick with sportstalkflorida.com for all of your Bucs camp news. You can also check us out on Twitter at SportsTalkFLA. For Jenna Lane, I'm Amanda Borges.